going to learn the sounds like method. Remember when we had an example of tangerine and tangible? Well, that's a sounds like. A sounds like is a way to take a piece of information and make it into a tangible picture so that we can recall it long term. Ideas, concepts, people's names, vocabulary words, medical terms, none of those are tangible. So we want to make them tangible so that it will enhance our ability to recall the information and retain it longer. The first way is to turn a piece of information into a picture is through breaking a word into syllables. You'll take the first syllable and then be able to make it a picture. Like you can remember an egg breaking to remind us of breaking a word into syllables. An example of that would be the name Jackie. You could see a car jack and a key. A car jack could be pumping out keys from left to right. The second is interchanging a vowel. So if we have the word Bob, we could change it to bib, like a baby's bib. Or if we had a word hit, like hitting a ball, and we interchange the vowel, we can make it hat, or hot, or hut. And you can use your imagination as to how those words would make pictures for you. The third way is free association. Now, free association is when you hear a word, what image comes to your mind most often? If you think of fresh, maybe you imagine fresh air, fresh fruit, a fresh salad, or maybe a little kid saying bad words who's being fresh. So those are the three different ways that we make information into pictures. So how can we apply that? Let's say you're listening to somebody and they're giving you directions. And they're saying, go to Sutton Street. And you think, Sutton Street. How to remember Sutton Street? Well, maybe think of Sut might sound like sit. So you could see a chair. Or Sut might remind you of soot, the kind that, is coming out of the chimney. So you can imagine that in your mind. And then if they say, then turn left at Willow Street, you can imagine a chair maybe climbing up a willow tree, or soot getting on a willow tree. And this is the same kind of way that we're associating information going from left to right. Let's say we have a way that we're interchanging a vowel and we have the word chattel. Chattel is something involved in real estate. It means movable property. Well, what would chattel remind you of? Maybe cattle, right? Chattel, cattle. They sound alike, and cattle move, as well as say moo. And so by the idea of remembering cattle move, that can give you chattels, meaning personal property, something that can move. The third one on free association, imagine, let's say America. If you think of America, what comes to your mind? Hot dogs, baseball, popcorn, and apple pie, right? Or if you think of France, you think of the Eiffel Tower, champagne, duck à l'orange. Or if we think of Russia, maybe we see the sickle, or we see cold winters, and we see beautiful music and artists, or ballet. So whatever your mind takes you, that'll be fine. One of the beauties of this method is that you can make anything into a picture as long as it's tangible and you follow the rules of linking the items using the four-step process of left to right, linking with an action verb, visualizing, and then recall by seeing the pictures. So in the next lesson, we'll be employing using the sounds like for vocabulary, and then later being able to use it for large amounts of information, so that anything that you've read or heard, an article, a book, it'll be easy for you to recall, and that'll impress other people, as well as yourself.